කාලගුණය කොහොමුණත් රයිනෝ නං වාලට සේෆ් තමයි මුළු ගෙදරම.
So it was played in so high intensity, and it was like in the middle. It was like a war.
That's what I see between Joe Pete. It's not a rivalry; it's a friendship, I would say.
You're watching Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com. We are coming to you today with a very interesting segment. As you may already know, the 87th Joe Pete cricketing encounter will happen on the 13th and the 14th of this month. Very interesting for cricketers of institutions, because we were uncertain whether this will go ahead this year. But kudos to the organizing committees who worked really hard to make sure that the battle continues. And the Battle of the Saints is going to be in December, with the festive season as well. Today, two very interesting gentlemen joining us, two former keepers of the colleges, Hans Fernando and Rajeewa Weerasinghe. Welcome, guys, and glad to have you guys on the chat.
Glad to
Hi,
be here.
welcome, Sudarshana.
Brilliant. Now, both of you have gone on to skipper your respective teams, and both of you have played a lot of cricket together and also against each other. And I've been told that you've played basically 4 big matches together as well. That's a long time to be playing cricket together, and especially coming from St. Joseph's and St. Peter's respectively. Now, I'll first go to Hans. Hans, I think the year you captained, that was in 2006.
Yes.
St. Peter's went into the big match as definitely the underdogs, because the Josephians had plenty of players to boast about. The former Sri Lankan Test captain, and who's been the skipper, Rajeewa Weerasinghe, was part of that outfit. Roshan Silva, currently Sri Lanka Test captain, Dimut Karunaratne was member of the team. Tisara Pereira was a member of the team. But the Pete Wrights pull one out of the hat in that big match, and only were short of 78 runs in the second innings.
It's better to be the underdog in a big match rather than being the favorites, because then the pressure is on the favorites and not the underdogs, because we got nothing to lose, and even Rajeewa will agree with me, though the Josephians had 5 players who represented the under-19s at that time. Even the Pete Wright side was quite good, because I myself and Prabudha Pereira, we were already touring with these guys. And then there was Lairu Pires, who also toured under-19. And then there were some other names who were quite big at that time in school cricket, though they couldn't make the under-19. So just because they had 5 players who played for the under-19s, I think Rajeewa will agree with me that the two teams are very much balanced. It was just that, they had 5 guys who toured and we had 2, but the others who was in my side was quite good, and they were very experienced at that time, because as far as I remember, I think there was about 5-6 guys who have already played three big matches at that time.
As just before I go to Rajiv, I'm sure some of your teammates would love to listen to this and reminisce about that big match. Tell us about some of the key individuals who were involved in your team in 2006, and some of the key performers like you mentioned.
Yeah, it was like, we had guys like Umar Samsudin, Dasun Randika, Dela Nudugama Surya, Krishal Magage. I'm quite sure Rajeewa will, and the Josephians will never forget Krishal Magage, because he was a fighter in the field. So then even in that big match, actually we were doing really well until Tisara Pereira came and just changed the game as who he is. He got a quick fire in 90 where the pressure came back on us, but still again we were able to put the pressure back on them, and which it was a good game of cricket, played in a good spirit, but it was hard fought in the middle.
For sure, as big matches always are very hard fought in the middle. But I did sense a bit of banter seeping out from Hans as well, because I'm sure that you would have received a lot of brunt going into that big match with Josephians having that strong team. Now, Rajiv, coming to you, the year you captained, that was in 2007. Josephian's first inning was a massive total. You put over 300 runs in the first innings. And whenever a schools cricket team put over 300 runs in the first innings, you put pressure back to the opposition side. But unfortunately, you weren't able to get the result. What were your thoughts on that game, and how would you assess that 2007 big match?
Yeah, actually, on the second day morning, I think we got them out just before lunch. And then at lunch also, St. Peters were 50 for 2 something. So, but Lahiru Piris played a magnificent inning and scoring 100 in the big match. Because in the previous year, I got him out on a pair. And he gave the return in the big match all the next year. So it was a good experience anyway because we never expected giving follow on to the Peter Wright side, and then at the end they came out to make the game as a draw. And at close up play, I think they batted on throughout the second day, 275 for 3, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
සීලිමට ගන්න සීට් එක මොකද්ද බාසු?
අයිනෝ සීලිම රයිනෝ සීලිම
වෛරම් රටාව දැවනිම
රයිනෝ
කැමති පාට කෑමට හැකි ප්ලේන් සීලිම
රයිනෝ
වහලට රයිනෝ
සීලිමටත් රයිනෝ
සවි ශක්තියෙන් වැඩි
අයිනෝ
කල් පැවැත්ම ඉහලයි
රයිනෝ
යෙදමත් අඩුයි
අයිනෝ
හැම අතින්ම ඉහලයි
අඩසේ වසකට වැඩි ජනතා විශ්වාසය නව සංයෝගයකින් රයිනෝ රෝෆිං සහ සීලිං ෂීට්.
රයිනෝ රයිනෝ
Yes, clearly both of you are clearly enjoying the nostalgic memories of really being able to relive yesteryears. And I want to put this question out to both of you. I mean, when it comes to schools cricket, when it comes to the big match, on the field, you're fierce rivals. But talk to us a little bit more about the camaraderie that remains after the games are done, and how you become friends as well. Because from my understanding, both of you made your Sri Lanka under-19 debut in the same game as well. So those are memories that you will carry through to life, Hans.
Yeah, it's just that, as individuals, we respect each other. I think that's very important when it comes to, the game, where you respect each other and, you respect their talent. And we've been touring together under 19. I think me, Rajeewa, we went on 3 tours together. So, that respect is there. And even when we go in the middle, maybe we play together, or even rivalries, we play the game hard. And I think that that attitude of us and that respect we have for each other has made us good friends. And wherever we meet today, we are actually good friends. But in the middle, I think even Raja knows that, he knows who I am and I know who he is. We are competitors, we are fighters, but that's just in the inside the boundary. And when we come out, we are good mates.
Rajiv, some of these friendships that you have with some of your rivals, they last a lifetime. But talk to us more about how these friendships have evolved when you go into the corporate sector and to life as you know.
කාලගුණය කොහොමුණත් රයිනෝ නං වාලට සේෆ් තමයි මුළු ගෙදරම.
Actually, now during that time, our threat was definitely Lakshan Rodrigo, because he was the main threat to us, because he came after taking 100 wickets in the 2006 year and 90 wickets in 2007. And after that, Lakshan is working with me. I mean, still he's working with me for the past 13 years in the corporate sector now. So that is the connection we have. In the match, Lakshan and St. Peters, everyone, even Hans as the captain, they are all like different people. I mean, in the game, during the match, when we walk into the field, the immense pressure that we have is, I mean, totally different. They, as the underdogs, they take the upper hand for sure. but we somehow managed to go through those things. And then in club level, this corporate sectors, like working wise, everything, it's like we are all together. I mean, after that, it's a total different level when you come out of school. So what we do is definitely we have a lot of friends coming in from different schools, but St. Peter's and Joseph, that bond is different. I mean, we are all true friends apart from the big match. During once you come out of the boundary, we are good friends definitely. So that's what I see between Joe Pete. It's not a rivalry; it's a friendship, I would say, because still we keep in touch with each other for sure.
If I
Well,
may,
yeah,
if I may add, sorry, if I may add something to it, that year, the 2006, we played 3 games: the big match, the 50 over, and also the
Oh,
knockout
yeah, yeah, true, true.
semi-final. So it was played in so high intensity, and it was like in the middle. It was like, actually it was like a war. But after
Oh,
that,
it was
we
so
were
much
just
heat, so much heat in
so much
those
heat.
games. Definitely, yeah. Even in the semi-final in the Lemonade Trophy, right, Hans? Lemonade Trophy
Yes.
semi-final. That also we I mean we want to take revenge out of the big match one day, but still it didn't come out. They came out different in a different level in Peters, and we lost.
Now, Rajiv, just on something that will be missed. I know for sure some of the beat right and the Josephian friends who I have are very excited. I'm not talking about the players, but mainly the old boys and the well wishers. Are get very excited around the big match time. They will have their stack parties, and also they that those 3 days are the days that you meet up with a lot of your friends, a lot of them who you haven't seen for good 10 to 15 years. That will be a factor which will not be present this time around. How are you guys as old boys, past cricketers, contending with that? Do you have other contingency plans in place? Are you meeting up virtually? That could
Yeah, actually, this year now because of this pandemic situation, Sudarshana, most of the people they look forward to this big match, especially the one day and the big match. A lot of friends they organize things during that time. We go on holidays without going to work, take day offs, go for these matches and meet up. It's all about cricket, and meeting up friends also is the most mainly thing. So this year, actually, few friends are planning to meet up to watch the match, because, and also during the weekdays it is, so at least something we have to watch uh, on TV. So that's what we are planning. So planning to meet up and with some friends and watch this, because uh, most of the time I also have missed a lot of big matches to watch because of the first class season, since the big matches are during the month of March. So it's really hard to watch a game for the past few years when it was being played under the crowd also. So this year it's a good chance for me actually to sit down and watch the match and see the boys playing good cricket with the spirit of Joseph and Peter Wright family, like brothers. So yeah, that's what we are planning. It's a good opportunity to watch the game this time.
Yes, absolutely. Sri Lanka's number one sports hub, Papare.com, will be bringing you live action on the 13th, on the 14th, and also on the 16th. It's going to be incredible, as we are dedicated to bringing you live coverage like never before. You can enjoy the game at the comfort of your home, like Rajiv mentioned. If you have some very close friends, of course, adhering to all the health guidelines, if you can get them over to your house, you can absolutely have a ball. It won't be the same, but it'll be the very next best thing. Now, before we conclude, from both of you as past captains, past cricketers, and old boys of the two colleges, we'd like to what would you like to say to the boys who take the field representing their alma mater. Hans, I'll go with you first.
Yeah, I want to wish Nipuraka all the best and for his side. And what I got to tell them is, every cricketer who plays for college won't get this opportunity to represent college in a big match. So be proud about it. Uh, Play good cricket, play hard cricket, and play it with a good spirit. And all the very best, and keep the college flag flying high. All the best, boys.
Rajiva, message to the Josephian team and Dunit.
Yes, I would like to wish Dunit Vellalage and the entire team uh, do your best and keep the flag flying and with the spirit of the game. So wish them all the best and make St. Joseph proud.
Well, there you go. The two past skippers wishing the team and the skippers of this year all the very best. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for taking time off your very very busy schedules to have a chat with us and to chat about and to reminisce about the good times that you had representing your alma mater. Hope you guys have an incredible big match week and also happy holidays.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you, Sudarshan, and thank you for Papare also.
Brilliant. With that, we come to the end of a very interesting segment where two skippers of St. Peter's and St. Joseph's reminisced about very, very interesting times in their past and also shared their thoughts on what to expect when it comes to the upcoming Battle of the Saints. So keep in mind, the two-day encounter will happen on the 13th and the 14th of this month, followed by the one day, which will be played on the 16th. Make sure to log on to www.thepapare.com as we are dedicated to bringing you everything from the Battle of the Saints. I'm Sudarshan Paris, signing off for thepapare.com.
සීලිමට ගන්න සීට් එක මොකද්ද බාසුනි?
අයිනෝ සීලිම රයිනෝ සීලිම
වෛරම් රටාව දැවනිම
රයිනෝ
කැමති පාට ගෑමට හැකි ප්ලේන් සීලිම
රයිනෝ
වහලට රයිනෝ
සීලිමටත් රයිනෝ
සවි ශක්තියෙන් වැඩි
අයිනෝ
කල් පැවැත්ම ඉහලයි
රයිනෝ
ඊදමත් අඩුයි
අයිනෝ
හැම අතින්ම ඉහලයි
අඩසේ වසකට වැඩි ජනතා විශ්වාසය නව සංයෝගයකින් රයිනෝ රෝෆිං සහ සීලිං ෂීට්
රයිනෝ රයිනෝ.
Stay on the ball with the Papare Sports News Alerts. Don't miss out on what's happening in the world of sport. Type sports and send to 678 to register. 30 rupees per month. Conditions apply.